Welcome to the Today in History channel. In today's video we will talk about the day, May 5, 1821, death of Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte's military genius and ambition led him to dominate much of Europe, and his troops extended the ideals of the French Revolution across the continent. Napoleon Bonaparte was born in 1769 in Ajaccio on the island of Corsica. In 1784, he began a brilliant military career. During his youth, he studied the work of Rousseau, Voltaire and Mirabeau, taking an interest in geography and military arts. He wrote treatises on ballistics, novels and poems in which he can already see his ambition. When the French Revolution began, 1789, he was immediately aware of its historical transcendence. Napoleon became involved in the nationalist conflicts in Corsica and returned to Paris as a defender of revolutionary ideas, thus gaining the support of the new French government. Thanks to a careful and daring strategy, he regained Toulon, an achievement that, in addition to his good relations with the politicians of the Convention, the Revolutionary Assembly, gave him the command of the French army in Italy. There, he rehearsed his exceptional statesmanship skills by reorganizing the old frontiers and creating new states. His victorious campaign caused him to be received in Paris as a hero. Afraid, the Directorate, which ruled revolutionary France, removed him from the country, entrusting him with the conquest of Egypt, with the purpose of intercepting British commercial lines. His triumphant campaign in Egypt was interrupted when British Admiral Nelson destroyed his fleet. He returned to France, where he was appointed military commander of Paris. Shortly thereafter, Napoleon was appointed first consul, dictated the constitution of the 8th year, and signed a bankruptcy with the Holy See. He consolidated revolutionary France with the victories of Marengo and Hohenlinden, 1800, obtaining territorial advantages and a period of peace with Western absolutist powers. In 1802, Napoleon assumed all the powers of the state, appointing himself consul for life, and resumed the war against Britain. In 1804, he proclaimed himself Emperor. Napoleon first organized a pompous imperial court and promoted the creation of the Napoleonic Civil Code, founded institutes and universities, stimulated financial activities with the creation of the Bank of France, and became patron and model of artists. The war against Britain and its allies extended the ideals of the Revolution, and Napoleonic victories succeeded in creating an empire led by France. Up to 6 alliances were formed to fight Napoleon, between Austria, Russia, Sweden, Naples and Great Britain. Despite the defeats of Trafalgar, Aspern and Leipzig, his triumphs in Ulm, Austerlitz and Wagram moved him forward in his European occupation, until he was arrested in Russia and Spain, having to withdraw to France quickly. The Allied powers made him abdicate, and he was deported to the island of Elba. During the Bourbon Restoration in France, Napoleon returned to Paris with great popular enthusiasm, drafted the Constitution of the year 12, and quickly reorganized the army, pitting himself against the British led by Wellington, who, supported by the Prussians, defeated him definitively in Waterloo, 1815. Napoleon resigned for the second time, in favor of his son, and was deported to the island of Santa Helena, where he died on May 5, 1821. Did you like the video? In the description you will find the blog link with the full article. Give an incentive by subscribing to the channel, liking, commenting and sharing with your friends. Hugs. Until the next.